Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Bluegrass Sports Nation. You are tuned in live, and we are in Prestonsburg, Kentucky, at the Joshua Francis Memorial Field. The last regular season kickoff is tonight, Eric Collins. The Blackcats of Prestonsburg playing host to the 4 and 5 Bobcats. This looks to be a great game. I tell you what, it's senior night here tonight for Prestonsburg. And you always say it, you hate to think about it, but you always say it, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Especially in a game where emotions run high and the kids are hyped up. And I tell you what, looks like Prestonsburg had 8 or 9 boys' pictures up on the flags out there for seniors. So no doubt there's going to be a lot of emotion in this game, and a lot of things are, going to be on the mind of these Prestonsburg seniors. But they got this thing called the Bobcats that rolled into town, and, man, they're hot right now.
Yeah, you said it. The Bobcats, they've been executing at a high level the last couple of weeks. Looked really good last week against Danville. But like you mentioned, anything can happen, especially on senior night. The whole team, they're going to be wanting to win this one for their seniors. It's the last game of the regular season, so the Bobcats are going to have their handful here tonight with the Blackcats.
Well, I tell you what, I don't like being devil's advocate, and I don't like going to paperwork. But if you look at the stats, this could go south for Prestonsburg really quick if the Bobcats stay hot.
Yeah. Yes, it could.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll go to commercial here during the national anthem, and we will be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Lakeside Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new and manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jets Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies, including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
It's football season, and Rose Brothers is happy again to help sponsor the Breathitt Bobcats here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. When you're outfitting your athletes or need warm weather gear, visit us at Rose Brothers. Our Under Armour, Columbia, and Simply Southern outerwear are just what you need to keep the chill away. And see our athletic and active footwear for your whole family. And we offer no-fee layaway and free gift wrapping all year round. You can always see what's going on at Rose Brothers on the web at rosebros.com. Then come see us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Batable.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome to the show here from Prestonsburg. Bluegrass Sports Nation bringing you the live action. Prestonsburg Blackcats playing host to your Breathitt County Bobcats. As we were talking before we went to commercial for the national anthem. Eric, normally I don't like to play the devil's advocate and look at the stats and say, well, on black and white and on the paper, this is what's going to happen. Prestonsburg has a better record than we do. Prestonsburg's RPI, is better than ours. But when you look at the level of competition throughout the schedule, game after game, when you look at that level of competition, the scheduling just does not match what we put ourselves through in the first 5 games of the year. So with that being said, not to take anything away from this Blackcat team here at Prestonsburg, no doubt they have some great seniors. They've got some good ball players. They've got 3 or 4 guys you're going to see touch the ball that are really talented and can move the ball all over the field. But throughout their schedule and throughout their regular season, we have really put to bed 2 or 3 of these opponents that Prestonsburg let hang around and didn't put up as many points. I think earlier I looked, and this offense for Prestonsburg is scoring 243 points throughout the year, but they're giving up 242. Yeah. So, when it's that balanced offensively and defensively, and we made mention of this last night, both ball clubs are fighting for a spot at 500. I think Prestonsburg's already at the 500. They're 5-4. The Bobcats 4-5. So we're looking to come out of here 500 tonight.
Yeah, this is a big game for the Bobcats here tonight, Rob, because it may just be one game. There's a big difference in finishing 500 and then finishing with a losing record. Yeah. I know that Coach Moore and all the staff are going to have the team ready tonight. I'm sure they're ready to go. The last couple of weeks they have looked very disciplined, very prepared. I expect to see the same thing out of here tonight because I know they want to finish the season on a high note going into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's very important to get this win tonight going into the playoffs. First round of the playoffs, of course, coming up next week. Our team captains are walking onto the field now. For the Bobcats, of course, we have Big E, Evan Miller, James Ogans, Wesley Abner, and number 22, Isaac Wheels Turner. I could see a couple of those Prestonsburg Blackcats numbers. Looked like one of those was number 54. And let's make sure. Number 65, Colton Lafferty. Number 50, Joshua Elkins. And 44, I don't see him on our roster. I'm looking. Let's see if we can follow him up on this other one. Maybe he's listed on our second roster that Prestonsburg has provided us. Number 44 is not on that one either. So we'll get that young man's name here shortly. Prestonsburg won the toss and they have deferred, so they will get the ball to start the third quarter. Bobcats will receive to start the game. Coaches and players shake things up at midfield. We got about a minute and a half, Eric. Any last-minute thoughts before we get ready to tee this one up?
Really, not much that we haven't already said. This is an important game for the Bobcats. They need to be on target all night here. They need to be disciplined. They need to play with the same speed and intensity they have the last couple of games. And if they do, I'm sure that they'll come out here with a win tonight.
A couple of backs and some skill guys that you want to keep an eye out for on this Prestonsburg team. If nothing has changed and their roster is the same and everybody plays and is healthy tonight, number 21, Jacob Rose, number 10, Alex Harris, Dalton Elliott. These guys have really had some great games and put up some big yardage receiving. Also look for Kane Patton and Alex Harris to do some of the receiving as well as Dalton Elliott. So the Blackcats will come onto the field down to our right. Bobcats have already met at midfield, talked things over with Coach Kyle Moore. Kyle Moore will assume head coaching role with that headset on his head up and down the sideline here tonight. We noticed that a few weeks ago, Eric. Coach Moore went back to wearing the headset. Well, there for a few games he didn't. I don't know if that makes a difference, but, I think technology-wise, the Bobcats have really stepped things up in the last few years, especially thanks to our boosters and administration, the people that have made that happen. It's not very often that you go, you follow your team to another city and they've got their big screen and their tent out in front of us. They got their end zone camera, which is piped in. So they are technology-wise, we have advanced a lot in the last couple of years, and of course we've seen the headset on coaches for years, and that just makes it a little easier to communicate with the guys up top. Sitting up here probably a little bit above us, even with a higher view of the field. Bobcats receiving team lined up here on the 50. The Blackcats getting ready to kick this one off.
Yeah, you said it there a second ago. Communication, it's so important in order to make adjustments and things during the course of the game. And I'm sure that's probably why Coach Moore is wearing a headset.
Yep. So number 88 set to kick this one off for the Blackcats. He'll put the boot to it down the middle of the field, and it'll fall in front of the 20, and it'll be picked up back there in the backfield by John Carter Holland. He's got an opening. He's up into the alley, up to about the 40-yard line, just shy of the left hash mark, going right to left down the field. So a good little pickup by John Carter as he'll receive that kickoff, get it up, and they're going to spot it right on the 40-yard line. So the People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cats will be from their own 40. Stacy will come out. Two receivers each side in the spread. He'll change things up. And the Cats will go under center into the wishbone to start off the game. Stacy turns, hands off in the backfield to John Carter Holland. He gets a block. He's up to about the 50, real close to the first down. We'll see where they mark it. Just a little bit shy of the first. We'll mark him about a yard short. So a 9-yard pickup by John Carter on the first play of the game. Eric, I like what we've seen. You see the spread offense come out. Dillon takes a few looks, calls an audible, and we drop back into the wishbone automatically. This time, quick snap up inside. Give to Gibson. Gibson bounces off the right side. He'll get up to Number 9, about the 46-yard line, I do believe, into Blackcat territory.
I'm like you, Rob. I like what I'm seeing. Got a real good push on that first play. Good push on the second one to pick up the first down. Breathitt kind of looks like they're all on the same page. There's no confusion, even though there's a lot of movement.
That second play from the line of scrimmage looked like maybe a quick snap.
Yeah.
You know, got up to the line quick, and Dillon called for it. Stacy now back in the rifle. He'll give to Gibson. Gibson up inside of the big hole. He's past the 40, 35 up to the 30. And Gibson makes the motion for a first down Bobcats, and that'll be another People's Bank of Jackson first down. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing again, Rob. I mean, 3 plays, they've moved the ball about 30 yards already into Blackcat territory, and Bobcats looking for an early score here.
Yep. 2 receivers this side. Holland and Tincher. Single receiver to the right is Isaac Wills Turner. Give to Gibson off the left. Gibson with another hole. Lowers his shoulder up to about the 20-yard line.
Number 9, Gibson on the carry, brought down by number 4, Braden Gervin.
And the Cats continue to move the ball down the field at will. And that'll be another first down. Go time first down brought to you courtesy of Jaden Gibson. Go time, refresh, refill, and refuel. Stacy gets set. Back in the spread again. He'll turn, give to Gibson. Gibson up inside. Another great block. Gibson on his feet up to the 10.
Gibson again, the ball.
Rob, that line's opening up some holes I think me and you could run through right now.
I think so. That one was timed perfectly. The guard and the tackle got their guy out of there just as Gibson was looking for that opening.
Yeah,
you talk about some trust and belief in your teammates.
Yeah, great execution here so far for the Bobcats on this first drive.
You see Tolson and Terry come into the game for Holland and Turner. Stacy now into the huddle to call the play. 9:06 on the clock. Ball sitting on the 11-yard line of the Blackcats. Back into the wishbone. Go the Cats. Turn. Give to Gibson. Gibson gets a block still on his feet. Drives it forward up to about the 2-yard line. Coaches calling for the quick offense to go run. So they get back on the line. Stacy takes a snap, turns, gives again, runs the same play, I believe, and Gibson will power his way into the end zone. So with 8:40 on the clock, that is a Steak and Shake scoring drive for the Bobcats. Steak and Shake of Hazard, famous for their great milkshakes and great steak burgers. Cats striking early, Eric.
Yeah, they sure are. And you mentioned it, Rob, the tempo. That's something that can really mess with the team, especially if you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
That's something kind of new for the Bobcats. I like what I've seen out of Coach Moore. It seems like there's been a new wrinkle every week the last few weeks. And I think that really does look like this Bobcat team is peaking at the right time.
Terry comes in, puts the boot to the extra point, and it goes through with 8:40 and make it 7-0. Coach Shorty Combs out at the 40-yard line calling for his kickoff team, getting the special teams coached up and ready to go onto the field. I reiterate what you said. I like the variety in the offense. I like the I really like the thought or the process that says we're going to come out, we're going to run it down your throat early.
Yeah, I like that. As an offensive lineman, I like that because that helps your line get into the game. You know, and that's what they did right there. They just really enforced their will on the Blackcats on that first drive. It's something that you like to see out of your ball team, get your linemen going, and I don't know. I like to see a ball club come out and set the tempo like that and force their will on the opponent. And it really does kind of mess with the mind of the other team.
Well, let's hope that defensively we continue what we've talked about, the intensity, and we continue the domination. The last couple of weeks, this Bobcat defense has looked really good. As you see Braxton Terry put the boot to it, it's going to sail back and lands at the 1 and rolls into the end zone. So a touchback kick by Braxton Terry, and he'll get a high five from Eli Crisp.
First down for the Blackcats.
So a great kick, and that'll put the Blackcats right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, great kick, setting up his defense in good field position here. They're going to make the Blackcats work for it and get their first point.
The Blackcats' first People's Bank of Jackson first down will start at the 20-yard line in their own territory. They'll come out moving from our left to right. Blackcats with a good-looking line. I noticed them out there earlier. They got some pretty big kids playing up front. They look pretty disciplined in their warm-ups. Give to the play the second back through, number 21, and that is Jacob Rose. He is the leading rusher for this Blackcat team. Coming in here with 979 yards in 9 games. So that kind of tells you what he does and what he does best, averaging about 108 yards every game, 109. So, young man good at carrying the ball, and that's one of the key factors that Coach Moore talked about last night. We got to contain these guys, and we got to keep them. You got to keep them from exploiting maybe a weak spot. If they find something that they really like, we're going to have to shut them down. A lot of change and a little motion up front for the Blackcats. That time, Jacob Rose tackled again. He'll get maybe a yard or two on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 4.
Now by number 26, Braxton Terry.
Tackle by Terry. 3rd and 4 for the Blackcats. Ball sitting just past the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 108 yards a game. That's good production here for this Prestonsburg ball team.
Yeah, that's a good average, and you can imagine that most of the carries are going to be handed off to that young man with that type of yardage. This time, number 2 goes in motion. The quarterback going to keep it. Design keeper play. The young man almost there to make the tackle was Corey Combs.
Number 10, Harris on the carry.
But he'll be short of the first down, as I believe Tolson and a couple others able to get over there and make the tackle. Just looking to see, I thought maybe Wesley Abner may have come up on that one. So 4th and short, and the Blackcats will line up in offense. See what they're going to do. They'll call for it. Quarterback keeper, and he'll get the first down and spin. That's a wildcat because that was a direct snap to Jacob Rose, number 21. And that will be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Blackcats, as they'll get it up to the 36, and they'll move the chains with 6:34 on the clock.
Yeah, good vision there by the ball carrier. It looked like the Bobcats had the design point of attack clogged up. He was still able to find some open and pick up the first down.
Number 21 for the Blackcats reminds me a lot of number 22 for the Bobcats. A little shifty back. That time the fake, was it, what did they hand it off to Rose, and then he handed it off. So it was a double handoff in the backfield, almost taken away, but the Blackcats maybe going to pick up a yard. They'll spot it.
Gain of 1, going to bring up 2nd down.
Right at the 37-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Blackcats.
Yeah, some good penetration up front there for the Bobcats. Want to see some more of that. They've been doing a good job of pushing the opponent off the line of scrimmage the last couple of weeks. Need to continue with that here tonight.
So Rose now going to be the wideout out here, matched up against Alex Strong. And here comes Kylan Combs around, and he'll meet number 2. And he'll make the tackle from behind.
Number 2, Elliott on the carry.
Elliott with the carry.
Brought down by
Dalton Elliott.
Kalen Combs.
He is the 2nd leading rusher for this Blackcat team. 563 yards on the season. He's scored 10 touchdowns just like Jacob Rose for the Blackcats. 3rd down and 9 for the Cats.
Let's go. Let's kill
Got to say, I was watching the cornerback on our side there, Alex Strong. He did a great job of shedding the blocker that was coming out there to stop blocking, even though the tackle was kind of made before he could get there. Really good job by him.
You know, you got to have some really disciplined defensive players at the cornerback position and at the end, or the bandit and rover positions. We got a quick whistle right as the snap's thrown, and referee, field judge here in the middle of the field,
flag on the play.
Throw the flag, and it'd be a false start on the offense. So the Blackcats will back this one up 5 yards, and they'll take it from the 32, and it'll be 3rd and 15. Actually, 3rd and 14.
That's not so bad. I think we had 5 flags by this point in the game last week.
Sure seems that way. Early on last week, we just got a number of flags. We'll see how it goes here in the first quarter. 4:29 on the clock. That's the first penalty we've had. So, man in motion for the Blackcats. Quarterback going to sit back, look down the field. He'll throw across the middle. Got a man wide open at the 40. It's number 6. And Wesley Abner comes up to take his legs out from under him. Great tackle to save the first down. It's going to be just shy of the first by about 1.5 yards. Great recognition by the Blackcats coaching staff and players to pick up that inside pass right across the middle.
Yeah, good blocking up front to give the quarterback some time. He's able to find receiver that found a hole in the zone there. They got quite a few yards.
Designed keeper again, trying to pick up that first down. Now that once again, it's a Wildcat. Possession, direct snap to Jacob Rose, number 21. And that'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Blackcats. They'll move the ball again.
As good as the Bobcat offense looked on their first drive, the defense, they don't seem to be playing with that same intensity, Rob. I've seen some guys reaching instead of laying pads.
We talked about the emotion. There's the domination on defense you wanted to see from Jason Tolson, showing blitz, coming on the blitz as he takes down Rose for a loss.
Yeah, that's the kind of tackling I want to see how this Bobcat.
Second down and 11 for the Blackcats. All going to be on the 48-yard line, just over into Bobcat territory. Good to see Caden Bowling back out here at cornerback here in front of us, number 5. Good to see him back on the field tonight. Special congratulations to him. Blackcats getting set once again. Quarterback takes the snap, rolls out. He's flushed out of the pocket and tackled. Going to be sacked. Ran out of there by Braxton Terry and Jason Tolson. A number of Bobcats coming through early, though, as Sawyer Hall, Braxton Terry. Trying to see who else we've got in there on the inside position.
Kind of look like the Blackcats are setting up a screen right there, but as offensive lineman, you've got to hold up your defensive lineman just a little bit. You can't just let them through immediately.
Well, it didn't work. No. Bryce Holbrook, the quarterback, number 9 for the Blackcats. He'll put his skill guys in motion. The 2 receivers will stack now to the left side of the field. Holbrook will sit back, looks down the field. Terry sheds a block. Short throw and picked off by Brady Tincher. Braxton Terry rushes the quarterback, and he's got to get it out of there. And Johnny on the spot, Brady Tincher with the interception, the pick 6 for the senior. Tincher on the Bobcat defensive squad, and that'll be a go-time scoring play for the defense.
Big play for Tincher right there. But,
yeah.
He needs to thank Terry. He was able to get some pressure on the quarterback.
Man, Terry shedded that blocker like he was a sheet of paper and got to the quarterback, and the quarterback had to get it out of there. Holbrook misfires, and Tincher intercepts it. The kick by Terry is no good. Looked like it was partially blocked. So with 1:54 on the clock here in the first quarter, Bobcats up 13-0 on the Blackcats.
This is a pretty good start to the ball game for Coach Moore and his ball team here tonight. Got a good possession to start the game off, and the defense gave up a few yards and then got the pick 6. I believe that Coach Moore, if you had to ask him right now, he'd probably be pleased with the start.
I think you're right. I want to take a quick minute to say special thanks to some of our sponsors, Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts. Colby and Jackson Physical Therapy will get you back into the action if you've been injured. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in a jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department. Be sure and check out Sanford's Deli. The law office of Darrell Harold with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of the citizens of Jackson. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson with CarQuest Auto Parts. Southern Woods Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs. No job too big or too small. Yeah, I think to touch on what you said, Coach Moore and the whole coaching staff right now would have to be well pleased with the way the offense and the defense have been working here early on, as you can't ask for better focus and better intensity when the defense rushes the quarterback out of there and he makes a misfire, and one of our guys able to make the pick 6. Congratulations to Brady Tincher on that, as Tincher able to take it to the house. Defense wins championships, and when your defense begins to take an opportunity and make points on the board, you're doing a lot of things right in the ball club.
Yeah, you said it. I don't know about you, but I always like to watch a defensive struggle as a ball game. I know a lot of people like to see points scored and the ball being thrown around, and that is exciting. But, I'm kind of old school. I like to see hard hits and defensive struggles. But that being said, I'd like to see the Bobcats put some more points on the board here now.
Well, the offense may get a chance to go back on the field here shortly. We'll see. Terry going to tee this one up. Coach Combs out at midfield talking to Jaden Gibson and Braxton Terry right now. You know, these three, when Coach Combs and Terry and Gibson get their heads together, have been pretty successful at more than one onside kick.
Yeah, they have had quite a bit of success with that. Tell you what, nobody coaches any harder than Coach Shorty Combs does.
I thought maybe for a minute Coach Combs was going to stay out there on the kickoff team.
Give that man some pads.
Terry and Gibson both showing that they're going to do the kickoff, so we'll see what happens. And both of them run up to the ball, and sure enough, Gibson going to kick the onside kick. It's got to go 10 yards. They're waiting on it to fall, and they do. The ball crosses the 50-yard line right in front of the sideline, and Gibson falls on his own kick. Wow. Shorty Combs looking at Casey Allen right now saying, that's just the way we designed it. You see, when we were out there talking, that's what we wanted it to do. Gibson with a great kick. Ball travels 10 yards and just crosses the 50 when Gibson able to fall on it. Caden Boland was also right there on top of it, too.
I didn't think it was going to go 10 yards.
Either.
And the Blackcat player standing right there didn't either.
He didn't think it was either. It didn't look like it was going to. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds before it crossed over the 50. So the offense back onto the field. Stack receivers, both sides. Stacy going to roll out. And he's going to throw it across the field. Isaac Wills Turner makes a man miss. He's got the sideline. He's up the turf in front of the Prestonsburg bench. And he's going to be taken down around the 12-yard line. So Isaac Wills Turner finds a way to get open and helps his buddy Dylan Stacy out. Stacy getting flushed out of the pocket.
Yeah, Stacy was looking downfield, looking for a big play right there, and had to go to his check down man, but Isaac was able to turn it into a big play anyway right there.
Well, Isaac turns it into the big play, and that's a big first down for the Cats as they'll give it in the backfield to Gibson. Gibson makes a man miss, and he's into the end zone.
Number 9, Gibson on the carry.
So Gibson
down Bobcats.
Makes the onside kick, recovers it, gets his number called 2 plays later, and finds the end zone with 1:16 on the clock.
That's a pretty good start to the game.
Let's give Gibson a breather, guys. Come on. Just leave me in, Coach. The Cats will go for 2, trying to make up for that blocked kick there on the second touchdown. So Stacy yelling out some orders to his receivers, and he'll give it inside to Gibson. He'll cut it back up the gut, and going to be shy on the 2-point conversion. Gibson taken down around the 3-yard line, but that will be a steak and shake scoring drive for the Cats with 1:16 on the clock as they go up 19-0. Cats scratching early.
Yeah, that was a good series of plays there for Gibson. I guess the 2 points was just a little too much to ask of him, possibly. I believe the Blackcats were ready for that right there. But, great start for the Bobcats here, out to a 19-0 lead. They look like they're picking right where they left off last week, Rob.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks we've witnessed a different team come onto the field on game day. And Coach Moore talked a little bit about that last night in the Kyle Moore show on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and he gave credit to not only the offensive line but also Dylan Stacy, the team being more comfortable with each other. And he said, they're starting to do things that they like to do.
Yeah.
And when you let these guys start to have fun, when they buy into the system and they start believing in what each other's doing on the field, that's when things really begin to happen positively for a team.
Yeah. At the end of last season, the Bobcats were really they were playing well, had high hopes for this season.
Yep.
Got off to a rocket start. I think it kind of, just kind of shell-shocked them there for a little bit. Pikeville fell for a scrimmage game.
Here we go again. Gibson going to kick the onside kick, but we've got a flag down. I believe it's going to be offsides. Gibson again kicks the onside kick, and we got a flag on the kicking team, I do believe. Yeah. Kicking team infraction, so they'll re-kick it.
You reckon they'll try another onside?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what the referee and Coach Combs and Jaden Gibson are talking about. Gibson pointing some things out, trying to get his helmet back on, and the referee right over here talking to Coach Shorty Combs. Shorty doing a great job coaching up these special teams, and it's a very important facet of a football club to find the right guys to put on these special teams that can get down the field and make the play when it needs to be made.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes, nobody that I remember us playing with, but I've heard stories about kids that wanted to be a big-time player on offense or defense, maybe look down on special teams. But it's just an important part of the game as anything else.
So Terry puts a boot to it again, and it's going to fall back just about the 9-yard line, and then it'll go out of bounds. So no doubt in that one as Terry tees it up from the 35-yard line on the 5-yard penalty from the first kick. Special thanks again to all of our sponsors, Breathitt Automotive, with new owner Dustin Kilburn. Stop by and see him for all your tire and car care needs. So with the ball rolling out of bounds, the first down, the People's Bank first down for the Blackcats will take off here from the 35-yard line in their own territory. Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, if you've been injured, be sure and give Dr. Howard a call. No referral needed and over 22 years experience. YPK Motorsports with 3 locations, Jackson, Hazard, and not too far off here in Paintsville. So Holbrook back in the spread. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left, screen play to number 6, and he's going to be tackled by 8 Bobcats. There's only 3 guys back there on the 40, so the other 8 have to be in the pile.
Rob, the first few plays, it didn't really look like they were playing with that same intensity, but they have picked it up.
Official timeout on the field.
What happened? He's holding his stomach, maybe midsection or abdomen, maybe. Yeah, let's go to commercial break. We'll.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
58 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Number 26, Mr. Braxton Terry, up off the turf and able to walk off the field. He looks to be okay, just shaking up a little bit. Maybe fell on the ball or he's holding his wrist too, and Shorty's working on his wrist. Blackcat's going to go to number 2, and he's still on his feet up around the 41, 42-yard line.
Number 2, Elliott on the carry.
Want to bring up 3rd down for the Blackcats, but as I was saying, Terry looks to be okay. He's over here on the sideline being checked out. I think he was just shook up a little bit. Able to come off the field on his own, so that's always a good sign.
Good run there for the Blackcats. It looked like the Bobcats were going to have that shut down with a very short gain, able to break a few tackles and get them out there close to the first down markers. 3rd and 2 here for the Blackcats.
Holbrook, no, that's probably Rose on that designed Wildcat play on 3rd and short again. I believe
number 21, Rose, on the
momentum of the pile, and Mr. Rose, I believe, has picked up the first down. Now Rose is slow to get up off the turf. Yeah, we'll take another commercial break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
We are back from Prestonsburg, Kentucky, here on the Joshua Francis Memorial Field. A beautiful night for football. It's rather warm night here for Friday night football late in October. Eric and myself have actually stepped outside the press box because this is a little warm in there.
Yeah, and I've got natural insulation, so.
Last week it was a little bit cold and windy, and this week it's warm enough to stand outside, and we've got a great view of the field here from just around the 40-yard line. Number 21, Jacob Rose, the leading rusher for the Blackcats, a little shaken up on that last play. During the commercial break, he was able to get up, and he walked off the field. A little bit of a limp, but he walked off on his own weight. So we do trust that Rose will be okay and be back into the game. We got a special presentation.
The principal at Prestonsburg High School will be.
We'll take another commercial break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On the clock. They had to wind it back up here and get to 12 on it to start the second quarter. 19-0. Bobcats in control in that first quarter. We'll see what the Blackcats do here to start the second. We'll flip the sides of the field. Holbrook back here in the backfield with a different running back. We don't have Rose in here right now. Man in motion is number 44. Holbrook will roll to his right. Short throw across the field. Tackled immediately. Passes incomplete. As Braden Barnett was right there to make the stop. If the pass had been made, it did fall incomplete, and it'll be second and 10.
Yeah, that was real good discipline and reaction by Barnett, able to get out there. I don't think that it would have gone anywhere.
No. Number 2, one young man we talked about earlier in the pregame is Dalton Elliott, and he's been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. In the skill position, he has carried the ball some, but he's one of the guys that's been going in motion, and keep your eye on him. I tell you what, he's got a pretty mean stalk block when he's out here at a receiver, and he is right now. Middle receiver on the trip set for Holbrook, just to the left, and he'll throw directly to number 10 on the screen play. Braden Barnett not able to get the first tackle, but
number 10, Harris on the reception.
He will be drove out of bounds, and that is Alex Harris, number 10, and he'll be just past. Nope, he's at the 47. I thought they might have gave him a little bit more than that.
The 47-yard line.
Yeah, Barnett not able to bring the receiver down, was able to do a good job shedding the block and slow him down so his teammates could get there.
I've noticed that a lot on this defensive squad, especially here tonight, and that's something they did well at Danville too. These guys are getting off the block.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to block this defensive crew that we got out here. Waylon Abner out there now at one of the anchors. Sawyer Hall, I believe, is there at nose guard. Braxton Terry at the other tackle position. Barnett and Tincher at Bandit and Rover give to number 2 around the right side. He gets past, and he's up the sideline. Isaac Wheels Turner breaks down, and he'll get him out of right at the sideline. I think he was out of bounds before Isaac got to make the tackle.
But, nice blocking at the point of attack for the Blackcats, but really good job by Wills there to use the sideline and not let himself get juked or anything. Make sure he was able to stop the ball carrier.
Well, you can see that burst of speed right then that Dalton Elliott has as he made the reception, and when he turned around and saw that alley, man, he was out of there. Right up the sideline in front of the Prestonsburg bench. This is one of those odd situations where the visitors, the opposing team, is here in front of the fans, and the hometown boys are across the field. Different quarterback, I believe. Number 10 is going to be the quarterback, and he's going to be, that's another Wildcat situation where a direct snap to Harris. And Harris takes it around the right corner, pickup of couple yards. It's going to be second and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, that was a
Second
good
down.
reaction
Second
there
and
by the
7.
linebackers for the Bobcats. Tosin and Combs both able to get in on the tackle there. But the Blackcats look like they've settled down some. They've been getting a good push up front. Bobcats are going to have to, maybe switch something up, call a blitz or something, try to get a negative play here.
Ball on the 21-yard line, so the Blackcats knocking on the door of the red zone. They come calling with 10 minutes on the clock. 2 receivers to the left. Holbrook back at quarterback for the Blackcats. He'll call for the snap. Here it is. And a fake throw, but a give to number 5. And that's a different ball carrier. That is Colin Hatfield.
Number 5, Colin Hatfield on the carry.
Hatfield able to take it around the right corner, and he'll pick up, looks like 3rd and 4 from here. So pick up of about 3 yards.
No gain on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 4.
They say no gain, but the ball went from the 21 to the 19. So that's a pickup of 2 yards. If my math is correct.
Math is never my strong suit, but I think I agree with you.
It's not mine either, but 21 minus 2 is 19. 9-11 on the clock. 3rd down at about 4 yards. Watch for this time, Harris is going to get rid of it. So I was thinking maybe that Harris was going to have that Wildcat snap directly to him again, and this time he'll take the snap and hand it off. I think it was number 5 again. I believe that was Hatfield on the carry. Maybe a pickup of a yard. It'll be
to bring up 4th down.
I think 4. They're saying 4th and 4.
I like how the Bobcats are flying to the ball right there. You know, as a coach, you hate to see kids standing around on the field watching the play, even if they think it's ending. You got to keep going because you never know when somebody's going to strip a ball carrier or something like that. You might get a chance to make a big play.
Well, I learned early on you don't stand around on the field. Once again, a direct snap to Harris, and Harris going to be taken down, tackled for a loss.
Number 10, Harris on the carry.
So I don't think we're going to spot the ball. I think they will. It's just shy of the 15-yard line. And our executive producer, Ty Back, calls for the chain crew to come across the field and measure this one. As they'll walk the long distance all the way past the opposite hash over to the numbers, looks like. Referee crew, Johnny on the spot right over top of the ball. 8 minutes on the clock now. We will stretch the chains to see what happens. And it looks to me like they're pretty well short. So the Bobcats will take over on downs. No first down for the Blackcats as they had a good series, though, Eric. They were able to put together some good drives and picked up some first downs, got the ball into the red zone. They come up empty. So we'll have to see if the Bobcats can capitalize on the turnover on downs.
Yeah, you said it. They had a good drive going right there. Got to give credit to the Bobcat defense right there. Like we had said, they're flying to the ball, getting in there and playing physical right now.
Yeah, they are. It's a versatile ball club. You look at Prestonsburg, as many kids as we've had back here taking snaps. You've had 3 people here in the first half either taking snaps in the Wildcat with a direct snap and a run, or are able to run a play, as we've seen Harris that time take some snaps. Stacy going to give to Gibson. Gibson going to be gobbled up. Look like a tackle for a loss, maybe. No, back to the line of scrimmage, I believe.
42, Weston Harris.
Loss of 1, so he did not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, the Blackcat defense read that well and reacted. They've been pretty much sticking with the run game. They may have to open up the passing just a little bit, loosen this defense up a little bit for their running backs.
Stacy, 2 receivers each side. He rolls back in the pocket. Short screen play to Holland. Holland looking for a block. And we got a flag. I believe there'll be a block in the back.
Number 4, Holland on the reception. Flag on the play.
So the screen play to Holland was complete, but we will be assessed a penalty. Special thanks again to our sponsors, Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Bateville. Shop in the store or online, rosebros.com. Got to give a shout out to our man Donovan Rose. He's down in Clay City, Kentucky tonight, racing for about $2,000 in the junior dragster competition down there tonight at Clay City.
Wish him luck.
Donovan did a great job getting in and calling some of the action during the middle school game last week. Appreciate him. That backup horn's getting a little annoying there above us. So the Cats assess the penalty. Be second down at 18, 7:15 on the clock. Stacy takes it, and he'll give it to Gibson. Gibson lowers the shoulder, and he's up about the 9-yard line. So pickup of about 2 on the play. Thanks again to PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. Lakeside Homes, if you're looking for a new home, be sure and stop by Lakeside Homes. 6:51 on the clock. 3rd and 16 for the Cats. Ball on the 9-yard line. 2 receivers to Stacy's left. Gibson also to Stacy's left. Corey Combs sitting in there at the wingback. Isaac Turner, single receiver to the right. Isaac across the midfield. Stacy going to throw it from the end zone. Gets it out of there. Throws across the middle of the field. And it's caught. I thought maybe we would see a pass interference play, but what a catch made by Isaac Wheels Turner to come back around. He came back around the defensive back. We got a flag back here. I think that was on one of the Blackcat players.
Yeah,
the referee was looking right. The head referee was looking right at him when he threw the flag.
I think that's going to be an unfortunate. Great play there for Stacy and his offense.
Over. Sportsmanlike conduct. Number 50 on the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Now the young man needs to control his emotions. He's still got it going on. So that personal foul penalty against number 50 on the Blackcats.
You know, on that last play, the Bobcat offensive line did a good job blocking. Stacy had plenty of time. Eventually, somebody got back there, and he did a good job evading that, putting the ball up, and Wheels just had a tremendous play. He come back to the ball, get around the defender, like I said.
2 receivers each side for Stacy. Blackcat fans in front of us made the statement that we needed to quit throwing the ball and run it.
That's their first time.
We got to do what works. We're going to take a quick timeout here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back after these messages.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
All right, we are back from Prestonsburg, Kentucky. The Cats up 19-0 here in the second quarter. 6 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. The Cats looked at total control and domination in that first quarter. Second quarter, Prestonsburg has put together a little bit of an offense, and they were able to get it into the red zone, but they come up empty. Dylan Stacy from the end zone throws it up, and Isaac Wheels Turner once again there to help his buddy out, makes the snag, makes the reception, and then Prestonsburg does not help anything out with that unsportsmanlike penalty, and that will put the ball at the 48-yard line. Cats in their own territory. Stacy waits on the snap. He sits back, screen play across the middle. That's to Caden Bowling. He's got a block. Big Evan Miller with a block. Caden still on his feet. And he'll get it up to the 35-yard line in Blackcat territory. So that'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cats.
That's a well-executed screen by the Bobcats right there. Dylan Stacy did a good job waiting just long enough to get rid of the ball. Nice pickup. Well executed by the line up front, too. Held their guys just long enough to let that develop.
Short screen play develops into a nice run, courtesy of Caden Bowling. Stacy. Bowling beside him. He'll take the handoff. He'll cut it back to the right. He's looking for a block. He's got to turn the end, and he can't, as Prestonsburg able to seal off the end on this side. Get past the block, Prestonsburg was. They were able to get past the seal.
So, great effort by Caden right there. Just too many Blackcats out there to get around them all.
Pickup of 1 yard, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain on the play.
Ball on the 35-yard line. Stop by and see Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, and heating needs at Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy. Great people who have your safety at heart. Stacy takes a snap. He'll give to Kylan Combs. Kylan, misdirection, going to be gobbled up by number 50.
Number 25,
the Blackcats.
Brought down in the backfield by number 50, Josh Elkins.
Yeah, nowhere for Kylan to go right there. Good penetration by the Blackcat defense. I think maybe they're keying off this running game now because of the success that they had. Might be time for Coach Moore to dip into the bag of tricks there and maybe call a pass play or something like that. Move Stacy around like he's been doing the last few weeks. Maybe kind of spread this defense out.
Josh Elkins on the stop, coming from that tackle position, doing a great job on the defense. A little busted play in the backfield. Stacy's got to get it out of there, and he'll get to the sideline where he's drug out of bounds. And almost took the referee with him. Also, thanks to Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with their famous hoagies. Breathitt Farm Bureau, Chuck Price, Seth Holland, their agents in Breathitt County, remind you that they are big on Breathitt County. ARH, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, we're proud to have them on our sponsor list. They were out here presenting 2 checks, $1,000 each to both of these programs here tonight. Stacy will take the snap, sits back in the pocket, throws across the middle of the field, and he's got Isaac Wills Turner open again. Isaac makes one man miss, jumps the second tackle, still on his feet, and will roll up to the 20-yard line. So the Bobcats have found themselves at the red zone. They're going to spot it at the 22. It says his knee was down before he got to the 20, so they're close to the red zone.
Yeah.
A good effort that time by Isaac Wills Turner once again to make the catch, and great yards after the snag.
Yeah, Wills, he's definitely a big-time player for this offense. You know, every week, Rob, he's got
senior leadership. I mean, he's always there like he is right now. Gets around the corner up to the 20, the 15, the 10 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Number 22, Turner on the carry.
So Isaac Wills Turner, once again, just as we talking about him. And you see how nonchalantly he just got around the corner and was choosing his spot where to go before he found that other gear. So,
yeah, he's very instinctive, natural ball carrier. He's showing good vision, showing good acceleration. No wonder they can put the ball in his hand so often.
Great job by Wills that time. Give to Kylan Combs in the backfield. Kylan, little stutter step, trying to get away from a tackler, and he's brought down by number 42, the Blackcats.
Number 25,
tackle for a loss. Kylan trying to get away from the tackle.
You know, Kylan had a big game last week at Danville and has had good production the last couple of weeks. I can see why they want to get him the ball, too. He's talented, but last couple of carries he's had, the Blackcats seem to be keying on him, or at least the running game right now.
So we got a quick flag as soon as the ball was snapped, and we got a timeout to Prestonsburg with 2:57. We'll keep it here. We'll say special thanks to some of our other sponsors, the law offices of David A. Johnson with offices in Hazard and Jackson. If you've been injured, give David and his staff a call. Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. Be sure and check out the free CBTJ mobile app. Big Blue Heating and Air for all your HVAC needs. HVAC contractor serving Central and Eastern Kentucky. And Thacker Grigsby Entertainment, the best in television, telephone, internet, serving Breathitt, Prairie, Knott, Letcher, and Leslie counties. Thanks again to all of our sponsors. We remind you guys that we couldn't do it without them. Yeah. 2:57 on the clock. Timeout on the field. Prestonsburg and the Bobcats going to talk it over on their respective sidelines. Coach Moore is done with his ball club, and that offense will hike back onto the field. I love these interactive headsets now, so we can talk to everybody.
Yeah, I just got to remember not to respond to things that.
Well, now I got to argue with you there. Tie back always demands a response. So the Cats offensively back onto the field, 2:57 on the clock, 19-0. courtesy of Isaac Wills Turner. They are sitting right around the 15-yard line. Offensive line for the Cats out, ready to go to work. Chris Neese, Waylon Abner, Evan Miller, Sawyer Hall, and Jacob Parker.
You reckon they're waiting on this song to go off?
Well, I was kind of wondering. Maybe we're trying to finish the music before we could go to work. TV timeout. That's what it is.
Okay. Oh, we're on TV tonight?
So right now we are showing two receivers to the right with Tincher and Holland. Stacy walks up to talk to the line judge. Gibson just to the right of Stacy. Corey Combs will be the wingback on the left, and single receiver to the left, I believe, is Alex Strong. Stacy handles the snap, rolls out of there, looks into the end zone. He'll throw it. Caught by, it came out. Corey Combs couldn't hang on to it. Corey was streaking across the middle of the field. He came almost from the left hash mark. We've got a flag down on that side of the field also.
That was a well-placed ball by Stacy there, but, that's a difficult catch to make when you're running in full stride like that and have to turn back.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the Bobcats. Penalty decline. It'll be third down. So 3rd and goal for the Cats. Offense gets back into the huddle. They got Tolson and Terry out there now. Coach Moore sends Stacy back into the huddle to call the play. Black Cats waiting patiently. Cats looking at 16 yards to the goal line. Stacy goes under center. Cats in the wishbone, and we got another whistle and a timeout, Prestonsburg.
And I don't think they were expecting the Bobcats to line out in the wishbone right there.
I don't think they were either. That timeout came really quick as soon as the Cats set up in the wishbone, and I think you're exactly right. I think Coach Brandon Brewer wanted to take that timeout and sort things out with his defense and keep anything from happening. We got some nice little play action passes out of that too, we can run. So we'll see what Coach Moore draws up now that we have the timeout from Prestonsburg. Thanks again to all of our sponsors. We appreciate People's Bank of Jackson, Go Time, and Steak and Shake for sponsoring all of our first downs and our scoring plays here tonight.
I think the producer is enjoying the DJ up here.
I don't know if many of our fans at home know how well Ty Mack, our executive producer, can sing.
Sounds like he's a big Neil Diamond fan as well.
Thanks again to all of our sponsors, Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts, Jiffy Mart, the law offices of Darrell Harold, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Breathitt Automotive, YPK Motorsports, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, Rose Brothers Department Store, and PDQ Sales and Service. The Cats back onto the field, back into the wishbone. Stacy under center. He'll take the snap, and he'll throw across midfield to an open Brady Tincher. And that is a go-time scoring play for the Cats. And Stacy just drops back, drops it over the middle to an open Brady Tincher into the end zone.
I'm sure that the coach for the Blackcats, Brandon Brewer, is wondering how does that happen? Because, coming out of a tight end, when they come out, the Bobcats show you wishbone, and it's 3rd and 16.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point he mentioned watch the play action pass.
They're going to go for 2 again, and this time Corey Combs makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. So the Bobcats successful on the go-time scoring drive. Go-time, refresh, refill, and refuel. And 2:45 on the clock before the half. The Cats up 27-0 over the Blackcats of Prestonsburg. Are we able to get any of this music background noise on our broadcast? I don't know, but our producers are having way too much fun with this great playlist that they're playing here at the Joshua Francis Memorial Field here in Prestonsburg. They're not having as much fun as the Bobcats right now, though, I don't believe.
No, I don't think so. I don't. Well, I think everybody likes a Bon Jovi, Rob.
Everybody loves Bon Jovi. We do need to make an important announcement. A special thanks once again to Mamaw Shirley Hounshell for providing our whole Bluegrass Sports Nation club team working here tonight with homemade gingerbread.
Hey,
it doesn't get much better than Shirley Hounshell's gingerbread.
I agree with you. Nobody told. That's the first I've heard of.
Braxton Terry again puts a boot to it. It falls in front of the end zone and rolls into the end zone for the touchback. So Terry again kicking from the 40, putting the ball back around the end zone. You can't ask for much more from the kicking position. We're able to recover the onside kicks, and then when Terry puts a boot to it, it's going to the end zone. So the kicking game is really on point tonight, so to speak. Minus maybe an extra point that got blocked. Did you get that pro tip right then?
I did get that pro tip.
Do not eat the gingerbread with the microphone. Close to you. Too much fun here, folks. 2:45 on the clock, 27-0. The Bobcats controlling the first half here. They did so early in the first quarter. They came out swinging and went up early on the Blackcats. Prestonsburg right now with 2:45 on the clock, looking to answer. Got to come up with something here to make this interesting in the first half. Holbrook so that was Harris. Harris going to hand it off, and we got another flag. Player still on his feet is number 2.
Number 2, Elliott on the carry.
I think there's going to be a hold right there.
I think so, too.
Yeah, Brady Tincher, he was trying to do his best to contain right there, and they had a hold of his outside shoulder.
Dalton Elliott trying his best to get away from the defense. Kylan Combs going to come off the field on a hobble, helped off by Dad and Coach Shorty Combs. May have rolled his ankle up there. And like you said, we've got a holding call on the Blackcats. Number 44 will be the guilty party on this penalty.
It looks like stretching Kylan Combs out on the sideline. Hopefully that's just a cramp because he's a big player on this defense, able to make the calls in the secondary, get people in the right position.
Well, he's a freshman, but he's an integral part of a defensive back crew that doesn't let a whole lot get by him.
No, and he's been getting more and more carries on offense the last few weeks.
Austin Barker will come in place of Combs now. Little misdirection in the backfield. Number 2 gets past, I believe that was
Elliott on the carry.
Abner. Elliott able to make a move over on the far side of the field. He'll get out of bounds. It's still going to be 2nd and 13.
Gain around 7, forced out of bounds by number 22, Isaac Turner.
I couldn't see who it was. One of the Bobcats was doing a good job to try to turn the running back in there, but didn't have the best angle. The running back was able to slip by him there and pick up 2 more yards.
So the Blackcats into the huddle. 1:35 on the clock. They'll come out and line things up. A little misdirection in the backfield that time, and Elliott not able to get anything positive out of it. 2nd and 13, ball on the 17-yard line. So the Blackcats deep in their own territory. They put Rose in motion. Direct snap back there. I believe that's Alex Harris. Harris up to the 20, and he'll be tackled by Corey Combs.
Hard by number 29, Corey Combs.
That's a good job kind of stretching that run out there by the ball carrier. Was nowhere to go there at the point of the attack, able to kind of cut to the sideline and get a few yards for his offense.
Alex Harris, not one of the leading rushers at this point in the season, but he's definitely one of those players last night that Coach Moore said, I don't know all their names, but number 10 is a heck of an athlete. And I'll just tell you, he looks to be one of the successful points in this offense for Coach Brewer and the Blackcats, especially from that Wildcat position where he takes a direct snap. He finds himself back there again, does Harris, with Rose just to his left, 2 receivers to the left side. Blackcats will give to Rose, and he cuts it back up inside. He's got an opening. Got a block on Barker, and he's still on his feet.
Number 21, Rose,
and he's finally brought down
by number 20,
up around the 42-yard line. So that will be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Blackcats as they'll move the chains. Clock still running, showing 11 seconds now. I don't think the Blackcats realize that, and they will take a timeout. Last timeout for the Blackcats of this half. 9 seconds on the clock. We'll keep it here and say special thanks to our sponsors. Thanks again to People's Bank, Go Time, and Steak and Shake for continuing to sponsor our scoring drives and our first downs. Thanks again to YPK Motorsports with 3 locations in Eastern Kentucky, Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville. Visit ypkmotorsports.com for your next ride. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson available. Shop in the store or online at rosebros.com. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. Lakeside Homes, if you're looking for a new home, be sure and stop by Lakeside Home. Be your one stop for the best selection and a great deal. Stop by and see Scott for all your electrical, plumbing, heating, septic, and appliance parts at Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with your famous Hoagies. Say special thanks again to Lee and Al for allowing us to host our Kyle Moore show there during this regular season. We will hopefully continue to do that as far as these Bobcats make a run into the playoffs, and that'll begin next week. Ogun's back in at nose guard now for the Cats. Ethan Bowling and Braxton Terry at tackles. Corey Combs showing blitz. He'll roll back out. Screenplay over to the sideline. Blackcats get a block, and he's going to be drove out of bounds by Isaac Wills Turner. That was Rose on the run around the end and pick up probably of about 6, maybe 7 yards. Update from our executive producer. All of you Coach Cal fans may want to know this, but the Cats are up at the half, 35-34. Is that correct? 35-34 over Georgetown. A little bit of basketball action. Time of year. It's time for it. There's Darren back. I thought he was our camera guy.
I think it's just a lookalike.
Oh, okay. It's just a stunt double. 3 seconds on the clock before the half, 27-0. Blackcats trying to make something happen. Holbrook going to be pushed out of the pocket, was going to throw it, and he's going to have to bring it out of bounds right in to the Breathitt sideline, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Bobcats up 27-0 over the Blackcats. We'll be right back after these messages.
Call the professionals at Big Blue Heating and Air. Residential and commercial, we provide HVAC and refrigeration services, including installations, replacements, and repairs. Plus, we're available 24/7 for emergencies. With over a decade of experience, we provide honest, friendly, and dependable service. And you can relax knowing your family's comfort is our top priority. Serving Montgomery, Clark, Bath, Powell, and other neighboring counties. Big Blue Heating and Air. No job too big, no job too small.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life. YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com. Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
13 seconds left here in the halftime session at Prestonsburg, Kentucky, where the Bobcats have come into Prestonsburg and they lead 27-0. Last home game or last regular season game of the year for the Bobcats. Trying to get to 5-5 on the year. We've talked about this a number of times, Eric, but the strength of schedule and the knots and the lumps that we took early on seem to be paying dividends for this team late in the season. And as they make their way into the playoffs, we will work to find out the definite foe on our first round of the playoffs. Oh.
Yeah, Rob, I think some adversity early in the year was actually beneficial to a team like this. I mean, I think the way last year ended, we expected the Bobcats to start the year and just kind of just be hitting on all cylinders. They finished strong last year, except for the game in Erlanger, which we all know there were some controversial calls there. Had high hopes starting the year out. Had a tough scrimmage against Pikeville, had a tough game early on against Belfry, and then it dropped one to Perry Central and just got off kind of rough. It seems like toward the end of the season, they've got better and better, improved. Coach Moore has been able to open up the offense a little more and put in a wrinkle here and there. Like you said earlier, it's a very versatile offense. They're able to do a lot. They look like they're in a really good place right now.
The Cats have continued to get better, especially the last 2 or 3 weeks as they get out of here. If they get out of here with a win tonight, they will be 3 games in a row. That's a 3-game winning streak for them. Late in the season, you got to like the way that the momentum helps you going into the playoffs. We will continue to work to find out and make for certain who we are playing, and of course, if it's going to be a home game or not for the Cats. I believe it will be. I believe that first round will be a home game. 10:55 on the clock here from Prestonsburg. Like we made mention, the Cats up 27-0. The Prestonsburg band out here at midfield playing their best rendition of Thriller.
It's better than I can do.
We have Colby Watts, I believe, down here on the field has got an ice pack out for Kylan Combs. So hopefully Kylan able to nurse that ankle injury they got here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're fortunate that they've got the 27-0 lead. They can, hopefully let Kylan rest the rest of the night here. I know he'd rather be in the ball game, but if he has twisted his knee or ankle, something like that, it'd be good for him to be able to just rest it. Get ready for the playoffs.
Younger brother Kenton comes down there checking on him. I was hoping that we would be able to get Kenton and Jace both up here to talk to him tonight, but we're going to have to wrangle those two up. We tried to get them to go on live with us early down at Danville, and it didn't work. And, of course, tonight they have just been busy all over the field. These two young guys always checking in on their brothers and on their Kenton always checking on his brothers, and Jace is always an important sideline guy. So I give Jace a hard time because he's so knowledgeable into all sports. And he's going to love me for that when he listens to this broadcast.
He made a keen observation last week about you, Rob.
Hey, I should have not led you into that one. Folks, we got 9:12 here on the clock. Not a lot to recap in the first half, other than the 27 points scored by Breathitt County. We had Prestonsburg had one good drive where they got deep into the red zone, but Bobcats able to snuff that out, and a personal foul penalty that we've talked about many times comes back to bite the Blackcats, and Bobcats rolling in the first half, 27-0 over the Blackcats. We will take another commercial break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. I think we are getting ready to do our senior night here at Prestonsburg. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back after these commercials here on BSN.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Lakeside Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new and manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jets Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
It's football season, and Rose Brothers is happy again to help sponsor the Breathitt Bobcats here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. When you're outfitting your athletes or need warm weather gear, visit us at Rose Brothers. Our Under Armour, Columbia, and Simply Southern outerwear are just what you need to keep the chill away. And see our athletic and active footwear for your whole family. And we offer no-fee layaway and free gift wrapping all year round. You can always see what's going on at Rose Brothers on the web at rosebros.com. Then come see us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Bateville.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the with the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for variety pizza. Hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They're hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Strange.
All right, we are back from Prestonsburg, Kentucky. 4:26 on the clock. Bobcats out to our right and at midfield. Down at the right, you see the majority of the team getting their warm-ups in. And Coach Moore down here around the 40-yard line with Eli Crisp. Crisp going to get some work maybe here in the second quarter. He and Dylan Stacy both sharing the quarterback duties. I'll tell you something that I found rather strange, Eric.
The
last couple of weeks, this Bobcat club has not been picked to win by very many people.
That is strange.
If you will remember in the first quarter of the Leslie County game, I told you it would be a game of quarters, and strangely enough, the Bobcats came out swinging, and they owned that one. And just a week later, they're not picked to play very well at Danville, and the defense able to contain the Admirals down in Danville. And
well, I find it strange that people aren't enlightened on how this Bobcat club's been playing.
I think it's got a lot to do with the scheduling that we had early, and people thought that was strange that Coach Moore would have that type of a schedule and so many big name teams early on the schedule. But I think it's starting to pay dividends like we talked about.
Yeah.
The Bobcats have the last 3 games especially have put together I'd at least give them an A rating.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I really don't think there's anything all that strange about scheduling some competition early in the season, because you want your team to face some adversity. That's how you that's how you develop some character. That's how you bring out the leaders in your ball club, is by having them face some challenges.
Well, you made mention of it that Coach Moore has began to work with Dylan Stacy, and I think he's kind of turned the reins loose a little bit with Dylan. Dylan seems real comfortable. He seems like a quarterback that is playing to his strengths, doing things that he likes to do, having fun. I made mention earlier that Isaac Wheels Turner kind of got him out of a couple of situations when he was getting pushed out of the pocket. But I think that's one of Dylan's favorite receivers also. So, I think that when you think about leaders, you want your quarterback to be a very vocal young man, and I think Dylan's that person. I think it just took him a few games to get comfortable, not to mention the strength of the schedule like we talked about and the people that we were playing. It's hard to get comfortable playing those teams like Belfry, Johnson Central. We lost 2 games to Perry Central and Letcher that a lot of people thought we should have won. It takes a little while for a guy to get comfortable in that leadership role. I think that Dylan has accepted it. I think he's doing a great job. Coach Moore made mention the young man is 27 of 30 in the last 2 ball games,
right,
with 4 touchdowns through the air and over 300 yards. And it's a lot of quarterbacks don't see that in 3 or 4 games, and Dylan is able to amass that in just 2. So, strangely enough, we have a young man that It doesn't look like a new quarterback, but looks like somebody that has been back here for a couple seasons.
Yeah, you're right. He's definitely settled in at that position. Early in the year, he looked unsure.
Yeah,
out there. Like he wasn't playing with a lot of confidence, especially the way the team got rattled early in the season. But right now, he looks like a different young man out there. He looks confident. He looks poised. And he's really performed really well.
Yeah, we got about 20 seconds on the clock before the end of our halftime session. Dylan, man, we're talking about standing out here at the 45-yard line, throwing it towards the end zone, getting his receivers warmed up. Of course, we made mention also Eli Chris. Eli was out here throwing it downfield earlier, getting warmed up. The rest of the team has done their warm-ups. They're down here in the end zone. They'll break it out, come to the sideline. Timekeeper here in the press box has got the clock wound back up to 12 minutes. And we made mention earlier about the playoffs. We should know at the end of tonight who the Bobcats will be facing in the first round of the playoffs. Hopefully, if we can get that information before the end of the game, hopefully we'll get to share that with everybody here on BSN.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the Bobcats in the playoffs. The way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, it's on their mind right now. They're wanting to, especially how they exited the playoffs last year at Erlanger, with a few controversial plays where, I'm sure they're wanting to have a good showing. I'm not sure who they're going to have in the first round, but in the second round, there's a trip to Beechwood, looming, and that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be some adversity. We've been throwing that word around here today for the Bobcats to go down there because that's a storied program. They've got a lot of wins, a lot of championships in the state. Kind of abused the Bobcats the last time they went down there.
Sure did, bro.
So I'm sure that Coach Moore's probably chomping at the bit, eager to see what this club can do against them.
I want to make quick mention, Justin Haddix in Boyle County was up 14-7 over Frederick Douglass. And I want to make a quick mention, call out a name here down to our left, Coach Glenn Gross of the Lumberjacks. None of those guys, of course, want any thanks or any acknowledgement, but I want to say thanks and congratulations to all those coaches and the players and parents of the Lumberjacks as they have a great season this year. They wound things up over Betsy Lane in the playoffs. And we want to make mention of our great middle school program as they are traveling to Southern Pulaski tomorrow, and they will play Somerset in the third round regional championship for this middle school ball club. Coach Holland, Coach Moore, Coach Deaton, Coach Fraley, Coach Combs, all those guys have got this middle school program really clicking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, that's great. To see the middle school team like that, it really bodes well for the high school team. There's talent in the pipeline. They've got good coaches in place. That's one thing I thought benefited us years ago when we were in middle school, when Coach Chapman was there with us. I felt like by the time we got to high school, we had the fundamentals, and Coach Oakman and his staff could work, didn't have to spend time on that. We could work on installing different offenses and different just elements that he wanted to put in. And I feel like with the coaching staff they have at the middle school right now, that they've got that same thing. When the kids get to the high school, they're not going to have to teach them how to block and tackle. They're going to know that.
Yeah. Well, it's the work of a lot of unselfish volunteers with all these coaching staffs that give of their time to make sure these young guys, and even up in the high school area, that make the sacrifice, and they're there every day after school. They're there late. They're watching film. When we got to talk to Justin Combs in the coaching show a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about the number of hours he spent watching film and the things that they work on. That's one of those jobs. I don't know if you get enough of that. I mean, how do you say we've watched enough film? It's like watching your favorite movie. You always find something when you go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
So we got a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. The third quarter getting ready to kick off here from Prestonsburg, Kentucky. Braxton Terry will set the tee up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking left to right. Prestonsburg has got two men back deep. One of those is Harris. And I'm trying to see the number on the other gentleman. Terry This one's going to be a shorter than the other one's going to land around the 20, take a big hop over the head of number 2, but he'll go up the sideline, and Terry, the kicker, able to make the stop up around the 32-yard line. The carrier that time was number 2. That is Dalton Elliott. Elliott just about overplayed that one. It took a hop, and it
brought down on the 33-yard line.
Almost made it over his head, but he was able to gather it up and get back to the sideline and make a pretty good return of it.
Yeah, good job there. Nearly mishandled it, but Caden Bowen was what we call a sprint man, come down the outside.
Yep.
Had so much momentum, kind of ran by the ball carrier.
That's hard. That's hard to gear down when you're in that position as a sprint man coming down the field and being able to make that stop early.
I don't know about you. I never really had a problem with gearing down. It was getting geared up.
Snap back to Holbrook. Holbrook throws across the field, intended for Elliott.
Fourth pass is incomplete. It's in receiver number 2, Dalton Elliott.
Looked like a catchable pass, maybe slightly behind the receiver there.
Pass will fall incomplete.
Looks like possibly the Blackcats are going to come out, with guns blazing here. Come out with a pass on first down. They need to get some points on the board early if you're going to get back in the game here.
Quick throw that time by Holbrook. 11:48 on the clock. Ball will stay on the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for the Blackcats. They'll come out 2 receivers to the left. Holbrook back in the pistol set, waiting on the snap. He'll take it. Fake inside. There's that same play again, and that pass is complete to Elliott, and he will get the People's Bank of Jackson first down. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. And the Blackcats will move the chains with the passing game.
Yeah, they must have been something that they liked when they went in and talked at halftime, come out attacking, and weren't able to make the completion on the first play, able to pick it up there and get a big first down.
They fake it inside to Rose, and then they come right up and throw it immediately across the middle of the field. 3 receivers to the left of Holbrook this time. So he'll sit back, fakes it again, quick throw, screen pass. Ball comes out, drop, picked up by Tolson. Tolson picked the ball up off the turf. Line judge will Line judge will wave him down. It's Bobcat football. So the ball pops out, and the Bobcats with a big opportunity here as they recover the fumble, courtesy of Tolson.
Strange turn of events right there, Rob.
Very strange.
We'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
3 receivers now. Trips to the left for Stacy. Single receiver to the right is Austin Barker. Austin with a great game last week. 3 receptions, a touchdown. The young man came in and really made the most of his time. Stacy now give up inside to Gibson. Gibson up the middle of the field's got an alley. He cuts it back, makes one man miss, and they finally drag him down around the 5-yard line.
Number 9, Gibson on the carry.
Jaden Gibson with a heck of a run, and that'll be another People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cats. And we got a man down. I believe that's Elliott up at the 4-yard line, so they'll give Gibson up to the 4.
Gibson showed a good burst of speed right there, but again, Rob, nice blocking up front by this offensive line. I believe that, like I said earlier, Mary, you could have run through that hole. They really did open up the defense, give Gibson some room to get going.
Once again, right as Gibson gets to the line of scrimmage, the hole just opened up like the Red Sea, if you will. And Gibson able to cut it up into the middle. He actually bowed it back to the right a little bit and able to make one tackler miss, but a couple of Blackcats finally get him down to 4-yard line. That's the People's Bank of Jackson first down for Gibson. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. We've said it once, we'll say it again. We appreciate People's Bank of Jackson sponsoring our first downs, and we really appreciate Go Time and Steak and Shake for sponsoring all of our scoring drives here tonight in this game. We made mention earlier of Appalachian Regional Healthcare. One of our sponsors on our game list, ARH, was out here earlier presenting checks to coaches of both of these ball clubs for $1,000.
There's your keen observer.
Yeah. Can't say enough about Jace.
Taking up on the play.
Jace Combs, fine young man, plays for the Lumberjacks. Of course, his dad, Justin, out here on the field coaching the defense. We are 10:53 on the clock. Young man for the
first and goal.
Blackcats able to
4-yard line.
get up and get off the field. Clock is beginning to run now. Bobcats will come out of the huddle here on the numbers. And it'll be first and goal from the 4-yard line. Stacy trips to the left. He'll give to Gibson inside. Another hole, big alley for Gibson, and we got a flag. As soon as Gibson entered into the end zone, field judge in the middle of the field throws the flag. And they're going to call this one back probably as he's standing in here talking to the white hat. Touchdown is good, and the face mask call will go against Prestonsburg. So that is a steak and shake scoring play for the Bobcats with 10:36 on the clock. Steak and Shake of Hazard, famous for their great milkshakes and steak burgers, sponsoring their scoring drives along tonight with Go Time. Stacy comes to the sideline to get the play for the 2-point conversion. 10:36 on the clock. Cats up 33-0. Going for two, trying to make up for a couple of lost extra points. Stacy under center. Cats in the wishbone. Turns, give to Corey Combs. Corey with nothing but daylight that time as he rumbles into the end zone and makes the 2-point conversion good. That'll make it 35-0 Cats here in the third quarter.
Combs' carry is good for a 2-point conversion.
Well, that was like I said, strange turn of events there with the turnover. Because the young man had the ball in his hands. It just kind of.
Well, it looked like he had it in his hands and actually made a cut for 2 or 3 yards, positive yardage, and the ball just popped out and hit the turf. Tolson able to make the fumble recovery. Cats make the best of a great opportunity, and they put the ball into the end zone. It's 35-0 now here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's good to see them capitalize on that turnover there, especially going into the playoffs. Whenever somebody gives you a free possession like that, you've got to put points on the board. The Bobcats have, they've been making the best of the opportunities here tonight.
Braxton Terry onto the field for the kickoff. Looks like he's going to kick from the 45. A penalty, I suppose, was assessed on the kickoff. Braxton will set it down, but Jaden Gibson will judge it. And he will point the toe towards the Prestonsburg sideline. Kind of looks like another onside kick. Braxton says, "You want me to kick it?" And he does. Little pooch kick up the middle of the field, line drive, if you will. Go back to about the 10-yard line, picked up. And young man is Harris, I believe, trying to get it out of there. He's going to be tackled right around the 17-yard line.
Good job by the Bobcats not letting the ball carrier, the return man, get to the corner right there.
They've done a really good job of containing on kickoff tonight. Prestonsburg not really able. I mean, they've had a couple that they picked up 15 yards.
Yeah.
But Cat's doing a really good job on containing these kickoff returns.
They really have. Early in the year, that was something that they struggled with the first couple games, but you can tell it was a point of emphasis in practice because since that point on, they've done a good job pretty much all year. They've given up a return here and there, but like you said, doing an excellent job here tonight on special teams.
So the Blackcats come out with an empty backfield, 2 receivers each side. Trying to see if that's Holbrook or if that's Harris. That's Harris in the backfield. He will give to number 44.
Number 44, stumble on the carry.
And once again, that's the young man that we were hunting for the name earlier tonight and could not find him on either one of our rosters. I'd like to give him credit if anyone knows.
Second down, second and 6.
Anybody from Prestonsburg listening in could share that young man's name with us. Prestonsburg Blackcats back into the huddle. Cats defensive squad ready to go here. 9:54 on the clock. Ball on the 22-yard line. Blackcats trying to get it out of their territory and make something happen here in the third. A lot of motion. Rose will switch sides. Holbrook in there will give to Rose, and he's going to be tackled for a loss by Braden Barnett. Barnett just says, hello. Yeah, this is how you tackle.
Yeah. He said that's far enough, young fella.
Good job by Braden Barnett that time. 9:23 on the clock.
Off the 4 can bring up third down.
Third down and 10 now with the tackle for the loss by Braden Barnett. Blackcats back in the huddle. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll say this, on the Blackcats' first drive, our defense kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start. They really have picked up, been playing really well here tonight.
Holbrook going to throw short screenplay. Caught, and it's complete, but number 6 hits the ground as soon as he makes the catch. So not a big pickup of yards that time. It'll be 4th and
no gain.
I thought he picked up a yard, but they're going to say no gain. So it'll be 4th down and 10.
Yeah, that's a good job by great job by the Bobcat defense to read and react to that screen pass right there. Those screen passes, a lot of times they're boom or bust.
Yep, we've not seen the punt formation yet by the Blackcats, but we're going to see it here. I do believe with them deep in their own territory, they put the boot to it and they will punt it, and it will go past the 50 back to the 45 where it's signaled fair catch by Isaac Wheels Turner.
45-yard line.
You know, that's a great play by Wheels right there. Gave the fair signal sign and was able to get over there and make the catch, and did it while he was running backwards to his left. And I mean, it takes a lot of skill and concentration to do that, and able to save his offense a lot of yards there.
Very instinctive and a very intelligent young man, Isaac Wheels Turner. Able to multitask on that play. 8:05 on the clock. The People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Cats will take place from the 46 in their own territory. 35-0 Cats up. Trips to the right for Stacy. Caden Bowling will be just to his right. The far receiver is Austin Barker. Short throw to Isaac Wills Turner. Gets a block. Looks to the sideline. Tackled from behind. He'll get up to the 45-yard line in Blackcat territory.
Yeah, another good play by Wheels right there. One thing I would say, that if the receivers could stay with their blocks a little bit, able to get a good initial block, but might have been able to break him if they could have stayed with their defender a little while longer.
9-yard pickup for the Cats. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Trips to the left now for Stacy. Stacy will drop back. Got a man pushing him out of the pocket. That's number 42. Stacy going to throw down the field. Caught by Barker, but I believe he's out of bounds before the catch was made.
Stacy's pass is incomplete.
No, again, got to brag on Stacy there. He looks real comfortable like that. Drop back, got some immediate pressure in his face, just kind of rolled out and found a receiver. Not able to make the completion, but, no panic in him there. He still looked poised and was able to get the ball out of his hand.
I wonder if our cameraman, Tony Hounshell, got that. It happened right in front of him. I just wonder if he got that on camera. Give him a shout out. Stacy, going to give to Bowling. Bowling will bowl it back to the right. He's up to the 40, lowers his shoulder. And that will be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for Caden Bowling and the Breathitt Bobcats as they'll move the chains. No flags, clean play. Bobcats get back to the line of scrimmage, and it's up to the 34-yard line. 7:06 on the clock. Stacy takes the snap, fakes inside, going to look down the field. Going to throw deep. He's got a receiver back there. Ball intended for Brady Tincher, actually going to hit the defender in the back. Brady not able to get to that one. I don't want to jinx anything, but I got to speak on the composure here tonight, too. Very pleased with the emotional play of the Bobcats and pleased with their composure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Honestly, Rob, I thought about that earlier. This team early in the year at times had trouble controlling their emotions. But, it's been a while since we've seen an unsportsmanlike or something like that on the Bobcats.
Snap is over the head of Stacy. Isaac Wheels Turner will pick it up and try to make something out of it. He gets back to the 40. He's on his feet. He'll go down at the 39. So A high snap over the head of Stacy. Isaac Wheels Turner.
Yeah, that was
able to get back there and clean it up.
That may have been a negative play, but he turned a negative 20 into a negative 4 or 5 yard play.
Yeah.
Big time play by Wheels right there.
So 3rd down and long for the Bobcats. 6:24 on the clock. They're waiting on the call from Coach Moore. 2 receivers to the left now for Stacy. She'll drop back to pass. He looks, throws across the middle of the field, intended for Tincher. Tincher with a catch up at the 30-yard line. So nice pitch and catch play from Stacy to Tincher.
There's a lot of good things going on for the Bobcats there. Good blocking up front when a defender did get through. Great job by Caleb Bowen picking him up, giving Stacy some more time.
4th and 5.
So the ball up to the 28-yard line, 4th down and 5. Cats go for it. 2 receivers to the left. And we got a flag. I think it's going to be a encroachment on the defense, I do believe. It should be, if they mark off for 5 yards, and that's a
result in the 1st down.
Yep, that's a popular play on 3rd and 4 or 4th and 5. Quarterback gets up there with a hard count, especially if he's been going quickly all night. He comes up with a hard cadence and makes the defense jump off sides, and that'll be a People's Bank of Jackson 1st down for the Cats as the chains will move, and they'll get another 1st down. Stacy with a little misdirection in the backfield. He'll hand off to Isaac Wheels Turner, and Isaac streaks across the field and up the left side in front of the Prestonsburg sideline. And that'll be another go time scoring play for the Bobcats. Go time with 8 great locations to serve you. Refresh, refill, and refuel with Go Time. We appreciate them once again for being on our sponsor list and sponsoring our scoring drives. They're getting plenty of coverage here tonight with the Bobcats as we continue to score. Cats up 41-0, 5 minutes on the clock. Terry in to kick the extra point. There's a snap. It's down, I think. That one's good. Had a lot of height on it. Got up there and decided to just about draw a zip code and stay in the air as long as it was up there. But it does clear the uprights, and that one's good. That's 4:40 on the clock.
On that scoring play there, good blocking up front and then good blocking out there on the perimeter by the Bobcats to help Wheels get into the end zone. Another big play by Isaac Wheels Turner for this Bobcat offense. We don't have any stats in front of us. I don't wonder what he's got for the game because he's had a big night tonight.
I don't know, but if you sit back and watch a film on the Bobcats, Isaac Wheels Turner, Dylan Stacy, this matchup, this teamwork has just got to be stressful for a defensive coordinator. You can't put a guy back here to spy on one player and say, just take care of Isaac, just take care of Turner. It's going to be hard to do.
I'd hate to be the defender that drew that assignment, had to stay with Wheels. That's difficult enough. But then you think about Tincher's made some big plays over the last couple of weeks. John Carter Holland is always a threat to go the distance with the speed, acceleration he has. Seems like this Bobcat defense is really starting to come into its own. I'm excited to see what they can do in the playoffs.
Well, I made mention earlier that we were outside the press box. I'm just maybe looking to see if somebody wants to pass some gingerbread out the window. But
$8 gingerbread.
4:39 on the clock. Score is 43-0. Bobcats pitching a shutout right now.
Well, there's nothing strange about that, Rob, the way they've been playing the last few weeks.
I don't know. I don't know who's trying to work on their math in there, but I've said gingerbread twice. 42-0. So we finally get the scoreboard corrected.
Let's send up a cheer on these black guys.
Terry will put the boot to it, and he will boot it back to the 15, picked up around the 16-yard line. And we got the young man carrying the ball going to be tackled out of bounds by Harris, and had 2 get tangled up. One with legs up around his head. Caden Bowling probably going to be No, young man, they got tangled up in each other and fell right here around the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 15, kicking team.
15. It was 5. It wasn't 15. Number 15 wasn't even on the field. Spencer on the sideline is going to be assessed a penalty. He's got his hands up. He's like, Mr. Line Judge, I'm over here.
Ball is spotted on the 42-yard line.
So the personal foul penalty will go against the Bobcats. And the Blackcats will pick up a People's Bank of Jackson first down with 3:59 on the clock.
Might need to make those numbers a little bigger on the jersey.
Maybe. Bobcat defense gets set. Holbrook back at quarterback, going to be flushed out of there by Ogans and Barnett and Terry.
Number 9,
Corey Combs with the tackle made out of bounds here on the sideline right in front of the Bobcats. 3:25 on the running clock. 42-0. Bobcats in total control here in Prestonsburg.
Down, 2nd and 10.
I didn't, we try to be as unbiased as we can in these ball games, but early, I didn't want to say, that I didn't think we would have a lot of trouble in this game, but at the same time, you never know. Like we talked about, an emotional ball game for the seniors here at Prestonsburg, and I want to commend them on a 5-win season. As Holbrook makes the turn in the backfield with a little misdirection, and that is number 2 as he'll go out of bounds.
Number 2, Elliott on the carry.
That'll be a pretty big game there for the Blackcats. Looks like about 7 or 8 yards, something like that. Young man ran a long way, but had to shed about 3 or 4 Bobcats to get there.
Dalton Elliott with a great carry as he get out of bounds on the Prestonsburg sideline. Be 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 50-yard line. Bobcats trying to get it into Blackcats trying to get into Bobcat territory. 3rd and 2. 2:12 on the clock. Holbrook in the backfield. 2 backs with him. He'll turn again. Give to Dalton Elliott, and Elliott going to be tackled.
Number 2, Elliott on the carry.
I think for a 1-yard loss.
Brought down by 33, Tincher.
33, Brady Tincher on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
Young man's
4th down, 4th and 2.
Made a statement in this game as a senior. Came out in the first quarter and pick 6 and able to do some great things defensively and offensively. Comes back down the field, catches the pass across the middle for a touchdown.
Yeah, having himself a heck of a ball game here tonight. He's made several big plays. He's been a big time player defensively for this ball club all year, and it showed some flashes on offense.
I think we got an injury on the field. Do we need to take an injury timeout? We'll take a quick commercial here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
We're back, 1:33 on the clock. 3rd quarter here from Prestonsburg. Blackcats trying to make something happen in the 3rd and get on the board. Motion up front by the Blackcats. Rose in the backfield will get set. They'll give to him. Up the middle, going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Jacob Rose, leading rusher for the Blackcats, has been stopped here tonight, and we're getting another flag as the referees are looking at both teams. I think we'll get an unsportsmanlike conduct probably on the Bobcats, judging by the stares of the referees.
The result of the play is a change of possession. After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense, number 33, dead ball, personal foul, number 6 on the offense.
So we've got a personal foul on both teams,
Breathitt County.
and it'll be first down Bobcats. That People's Bank of Jackson first down will take place from the 49-yard line in their own territory, so they'll take over on downs. Unsportsmanlike conduct call on both ball clubs, offsetting. It's not something to see. It's strange in a game like this, especially late in the game and a game of emotions. It's a little bit of chippiness and a little bit of talk going on in there, and the referee's just trying to take control of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and kudos to the refs for staying on top of that. You don't really want to let that go very long, because that'll just get emotions going a little more chippiness just breeds more chippiness, and then it's easy to lose control of such things in a ball game.
I will say this: early on last week we had some flags, but as a whole tonight and last week's ball game at Danville, as a whole, both games were pretty clean as far as penalties go. All right, folks, we're going to take another quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back after these messages.
Call the professionals at Big Blue Heating and Air. Residential and commercial, we provide HVAC and refrigeration services, including installations, replacements, and repairs. Plus, we're available 24/7 for emergencies. With over a decade of experience, we provide honest, friendly, and dependable service. And you can relax knowing your family's comfort is our top priority. Serving Montgomery, Clark, Bath, Powell, and other neighboring counties. Big Blue Heating and Air. No job too big, no job too small.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
We are back. Beautiful night of Friday Night Lights mountain football with Prestonsburg and Breathitt County. Eric, we've not spoke anything about the rivalry between these two ball clubs. These two teams go way back as far as I can remember. Some pretty heated battles with these two clubs. I had somebody ask me earlier in the week about me and you. It was like every time you guys get on the air, you guys are talking about when you played this team. You guys have played everybody. Well, I mean, you figure up me and you and Wade and Al. I mean, we could talk about a lot of different ball teams that we've played.
For sure.
But Prestonsburg and Breathitt County go back a long history of playing each other. And I'd like to know the win-loss record between these two clubs. For many years, Prestonsburg had our number early on in the early years of our football career. The run that time coming out of the backfield for the Bobcats was number 3. And I believe that was Eli Crisp with the ball.
Did they have our number? I don't think I ever lost to Prestonsburg.
We didn't. I mean, early on in Breathitt's football career.
So you mean the Royal we? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Breathitt first got started as a program, they did struggle against Prestonsburg because they had an established program. They were very trained.
Bobcats celebrating 50 years of football this year. Eli Crisp, 2 backs to his right. Combs and Bowling. Crisp going to keep it again up the middle. Lowers his shoulder. And that'll be another People's Bank of Jackson first down for the quarterback, Eli Crisp. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success. Coach Moore working with his second-string quarterback here, trying to get him some valuable minutes late in this game.
Fortunately, Coach Moore's been able to get some kids in the game that aren't starters the last couple of weeks, and able to get them some critical, real game experience.
Yeah. Chris back into the huddle. First and 10 for the Cats from the 36. Chris going to get to Alex Strong. Alex around the left corner. Puts his nose down, drives forward. Going to get up to about the 26-yard line. Alex Strong with a good run.
Brought down by number 44, Logan
I think every ball carrier that they've handed it off to tonight's had a good run.
Gain of 9 on the play brings up second down.
Second and 1 for the Cats. 9:30 on the clock. Offensive line still continues to work up front for the Cats. We've got Colby Bird in now for Sawyer Hall. And I think Sawyer has went to the center position in the backfield. Chris will give to Alex Strong, and Strong going to be tackled.
Strong on the carry.
Maybe
down by number 52.
Maybe a loss of a yard. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. University of Kentucky basketball with a win tonight over Georgetown, 92-69.
33.
That score courtesy of our fine executive producer, Tyback. Crifts back into the huddle. Bird and Holland now in at guard and tackle. Hall at center. And I think we got Big Brock Dillon in there at the other guard.
Number 3, Chris.
I think that's who that is. I can't tell from here. Check my number on my roster, make sure I got the right name. 42-0. Cats still up with 8 minutes on the clock. Tyback's a man of many talents. Of course, we don't have that young man's number on here. I think that's Dawson Hayes back in there. I think he's cleared for action, and yeah, that's number 61. That is. We got a flag on the play.
Brock Patton, there's a flag on the play.
So we got Sawyer playing center and Dawson playing guard. Chris Neese still in there to tackle.
Western play was over. Person out on that reference. Then 4 on the off. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
So I have to give props for Big D, the D train, Dawson Hayes back into the game. Good to see him on the field playing tonight. 6:48 on the clock, 42-0. Cats continue to work. JV offense out there getting some important minutes in this game. 2nd and 25 after the penalty. All on the 43-yard line. Crisp going to give to Barnett. Barnett lowers his shoulder, tries to do the stiff arm, and he'll get back to
Barnett on the carry.
Original line of scrimmage. Shouldn't say the original line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage after the penalty was assessed.
Right now by
they're going to mark him down at the 42.
Bring a third down.
I wonder what Coach Moore's got in the playbook for a 3rd and 24 with the second string offense.
I don't know. We'll see what he can draw up here. 5:53 on the clock. Eli Crisp, your quarterback for the Bobcats. Boyle County up over Frederick Douglass, 21-7 to start the 4th quarter. Appreciate that from our cameraman, Darren Beck. Crisp around the corner.
Number 3,
quarterback keeper. He'll get out of bounds.
That's a strange play for 3rd and 24.
Think of around 4, bring up 4th down.
Thanks again to our sponsors, People's Bank of Jackson, Go Time, Steak and Shake, Jackson Physical Therapy, Jiffy Mart, Law Office of Darrell Harold, Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Breathitt Automotive, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic, YPK Motorsports, Rose Brothers Department Store, PDQ Sales and Service, Lakeside Homes, Jackson Electric, Family Pharmacy, Variety Pizza, Hometown Pharmacy, Breathitt County Farm Bureau, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, the law offices of David Johnson, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, Big Blue Heating and Air, and Thacker and Grigsby. Thanks again to those sponsors for being on our sponsor list tonight and helping us bring you the coverage of Prestonsburg and Breathitt County. Crisp going to throw short. Going to be caught. And I believe that is Holland. Yep. John Carter Holland with the reception.
Number 4, Holland on the reception.
So a nice short throw by Crisp and a nice reception by Holland. But that will be turnover on downs for the Bobcats. So the People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Blackcats will take place from the 29-yard line in their own territory. 4 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Cats up 42-0 over Prestonsburg.
This is TV timeout.
We need to take another one. We'll take a commercial break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back after these messages.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
We are back from commercial break, just as the Blackcats get ready for this offensive set. Holbrook to take the snap, trips to the left. He'll throw short across to the left side of the field, incomplete, falls at the feet of the intended receiver.
Second down, second and 10.
3:45 on the clock. Prestonsburg still trying to find the goal line here tonight. Got a almost a fresh crew of defensive guys out here on the troops for the Bobcats. You got Dawson Hayes in there at nose guard. I think that's Holland at one tackle. Colby Bird at the other. Ethan Bowen playing some bandit out there.
Elliott, the intended receiver.
That pass knocked down. It'll fall incomplete, and that'll bring up third down.
Cole in downtown Prestonsburg will be putting on the spectacular following the game.
3 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock.
Dessert, good fellowship and good friends. If you have an opportunity to make your way downtown, they would be glad to see you. Again, that's a spectacular.
Blackcats come out of the huddle.
At the First Baptist Church, Irene Cole in downtown Prestonsburg.
Crisp, Trumbo, and Spencer in the linebacking core for the Bobcats. A short screenplay going to be complete over to Elliott, I believe.
Number 2, Elliott on the reception.
Elliott with the reception, and he'll get out of bounds here on the Breathitt sideline.
39-yard line.
At the 39.
Enough to pick up the first down there.
So also have John Carter Holland Gavin Nipper. Missing the name for number 28. I don't know who that is. Tackle that time made by the Bobcats on Rose. He's Corey's 29. This is 28. I'm not for sure. He's not on this roster.
He's going to bring up second down, 2nd and 8.
I'll probably kick myself when I find out who it is. Holbrook going to give to Elliott. Elliott around the left corner. Can get by one Bobcat. Trumbo going to run him out of bounds.
Elliott on the carry, forced out of bounds.
That'll be a People's Bank of Jackson first down for the Blackcats as they'll move the chains with just
43-yard line.
About a minute and 15 seconds on the clock. And looks like we have another Blackcat down on the field. That'll stop the clock.
It's like another case of the cramps. Hopefully that's all it is for the young man.
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, you don't want to see anybody go down, especially you don't want to see anybody get injured. You don't want to see anybody go down this late in the game.
No, not at all.
With both teams coming into the playoffs, you sure don't want to see anybody injured. I think we need to see if we get Ty back a raise.
Forget Ty. Let's see if we can't get a raise.
We gotta work on his first. The job he does back there multitasking. It's hard to keep two guys like me and you on track during the game.
That's true.
Minute 15 on the clock. Clock begins to run. Blackcats into Bobcat territory. Holbrook will fake inside, and he'll make the pass to number 10. And the Blackcats will make it into the end zone, courtesy of the pass from Holbrook to Alex Harris.
I don't know about you, Rob, but when I played, I always hated whenever they started taking the starters out on defense, especially if we were pitching a shutout.
Oh, that's true. You're trying to get all your guys some valuable minutes. And at the same time, it's a fact of the world that we live in. And in this RPI world of percentages and points, it looks really good on paper when you don't let the other team score.
Number 88, Ryan Everett was set to kick the field goal.
Blackcats find the end zone, and this is an extra point. It's not a field goal. Somebody alert the announcer. The extra point is up, and it's good, 42-7, with less than a minute on the clock. Was just Justin Combs onto the field talking to the defensive guys right now. I can just about bet he's asking you guys, why did you let him score?
There was some confusion there for the Bobcats. The last couple of plays, they weren't all, in their stance, ready to go. Had a few guys still trying to get there. So
a little bit of confusion from the young guys getting onto the field. Less than a minute now, 59 seconds on the clock. The TV timeout. Covering us here in the last minute of the game. And the Bobcats will make some adjustments and change a few things up on the kickoff return team, I do believe. maybe just at a couple of positions. Looks like we've got Isaac Wills Turner and Carter Holland both back deep for the Cats. Prestonsburg ready to kick this one off from the 40-yard line. Got to get the 11th man on the field, and they do. Here's the kick. A direct drive over the head of Carter. He'll let it roll, and it'll go into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bobcats, we got a flag.
Kick infraction, 5-yard penalty, free kick.
So we're going to re-kick this one with 24 seconds on the clock. Kick infraction, 5-yard penalty. Clock continues to tick down. I don't think we'll get it set on the tee by the time the clock times out. We're down to 10 seconds now. Folks, you've been watching Bluegrass Sports Nation coverage of the last regular season game for the Breathitt Bobcats. The Bobcats come into Prestonsburg, and they will go out a victor 42-7 over the Blackcats here tonight. So a great show for the Bobcats. Last game of the season. We'll take a commercial break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be back after these messages to recap this one.
YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com.
I started at Double Quick as an associate when I was still in high school, and I quickly realized that there was a career in front of me.
Whenever I was a store manager, I graduated college and I expected to leave about a year after graduation. I knew that this was a place that I could continue to grow, I could continue to be challenged both personally and professionally, and that's the reason that I'm still here today.
Start your career today at Double Quick.
Apply at doublequick.com and start your career today.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
All right, folks, we are back from Prestonsburg, Kentucky. The Bobcats, the 42-7 victor over the Blackcats here in the regular season game. I do have one shout out that I want to make. Special thanks to some family coming all the way from Concord, Michigan here to watch Braxton Terry play tonight. Ernie, Christie, and their family were thank them for coming down. Appreciate fans like that, and it's not very often you see the young kids get that much attention, and it's great to see families travel and be here to watch high school sports. Great game, great night of football. I tell you what, Eric, for this Bobcat team, 3 wins in a row going into the playoffs. I don't think we know yet who they're going to be playing, but 3 wins in a row. You got to be paying attention to this bunch. They got some wrinkles. They got some things that they can do different, and a lot of guys offensively making contributions tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. 3 wins in a row, able to get to 500. It's not just that they had 3 wins; it's the way they had them.
Yeah,
they're the best 3 wins. They've had dominant performances. They've been playing well in all 3 phases. Just really strong performances by the Bobcats the last few weeks. And that's got to excite Coach Moore and its coaching staff, especially with the playoffs coming up next week. I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do.
Defensively, we talked about the way that they shut Leslie down. I expected some things from Leslie County that we didn't see, and that was because we played such a good defensive game and strategy against that ball club. We went into Danville, and they never got cut loose because we shut them down. Same thing here tonight. The Blackcats really not able to get anything going early in the game. The defense allows the offense to be on the field and be successful. When both facets of the game are working that well together, those members on each squad get to have a little breather. They get to rest a little bit, and that means a lot too. So we're going to wind this one up, folks, here from Prestonsburg, Kentucky. The Bobcats victorious tonight. For Darren Back, Tony Hounshell, Brendan Miller. Who else we got here? Matt Hudson, Ty Back, Eric Collins. I'm Rob Hounshell. Thanks for watching Bluegrass Sports Nation. Monday night, I know for sure that we will be in Wolfe County to cover the girls' state first round of volleyball with Whitley County. And so we'll have that on Bluegrass Sports Nation. I know the middle school plays tomorrow. We'll try to keep you posted on some scores there. I don't know if we're going to have anybody able to cover that one, but we'll get out of here tonight. We'll see you on Monday for sure. Thanks for watching BSN. We'll see you next week.